this is why coming in under your calorie goal is just a really bad idea. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey, and hopefully you'll come along for the ride. I am looking rough today because I'm feeling rough today. And I'm just gonna give it to you real, because if you've been here for a while, you know that's how I roll. So, for those of you who don't know, I have been doing an experiment this month where I have only been injecting my Mounjaro 5 milligram in my abdomen, or on my abdomen, I guess I should say. I can't even think. I'm gonna talk more about that in a minute. So, short version is I'm doing this experiment this month because I've been on 5 milligram long enough to not have any significant side effects. And I wanted to see what all the hype was about injecting in the abdomen only for increased weight loss. And I think I'm beginning to understand how it is that people are getting these results. And I'm going to talk to you about it because I got to tell you, I've got to finish out the week doing this experiment, and I am really not thrilled about it. So I'll be, showing my spreadsheet and all that jazz when I do an update, once my next shot day rolls around, which will be Friday of this week. I am doing this kind of middle of the way update because for the first time ever, I have been unable to reach my minimum calories for the day, multiple days in a row. And I have a new appreciation for people who talk about the food aversion, the extreme appetite suppression, and just overall struggling. Sulfur burps, indigestion, all of it. I want you to know that I did not have any of these issues for this length of time until I started injecting only in the abdomen every week. For now, this is the 4th week. Now, keep in mind, I've been on 5 milligram for months now. So I'm not on a new dose. I didn't just recently go up in dose. I have done abdomen injections before, but never with this kind of consistency where I'm doing it every single week over and over and over again, different spots, right? But same location. Guys, it's rough. And I gotta tell you, not meeting your minimum calories for the day will 1,000,000% make you feel like garbage. My mind is so hazy. I'm really struggling to focus. I feel like my limbs are heavy. You know how it feels when like you're getting over the flu or you've got a cold and like your arms, your shoulders, your legs, like your head, it just feels heavy. That's how I've been feeling since I haven't been meeting my calorie goal. Like just run down. I got off work yesterday and got in the bed and that was it. Like I just laid there scrolling because I just have no energy. I have no pizzazz. I got nothing. I literally got nothing. I haven't been exercising this last week. Just gonna throw that out there because if you're not meeting the minimum of your calorie goal, exercising on top of that, aside from the fact that I just don't have the energy. But to then burn more calories on top of that would just be horrible. That is a recipe for disaster. So I haven't been doing that. The food aversion is so strong. Like, I'll smell things and I'm like, right? I'll get hungry, just a little bit of hunger. And I'm like, okay. And I know from having been on this medication for so long, like, okay, I'm starting to feel the hunger. It's time to cook dinner. Let's get this train moving. And this past week, it's been like, I get in the kitchen and I have completely spaced out. Even if I've planned a meal, I literally cannot get my act together to then prepare that meal. Do I really want that meal? What if I can't eat it? What about this? Like, I caught myself just like standing in front of the pantry for a good minute and a half while I tried to remember what it was that I was supposed to be making for dinner. I had to call my wife in to help me and be like, hey, do you want something to eat? Like, can you handle your own dinner tonight? Because I don't have the energy. I don't have it. And thankfully, I am very blessed and very fortunate that she is like, hey, yeah, you're not looking so good. Let me handle this. You go. So, yeah. I've just been riding the struggle bus to struggle town, and I can't get off. It's terrible. And please, I cannot stress this enough. I have been on 5 milligrams for months. Like, this is not a new dose for me. But injecting in my thigh, I did not have this level of suppression. And I am becoming convinced that people like this level of suppression because they're literally just not eating. And I'm beginning to speculate that that is the reason why people have claimed that this injection site location causes more weight loss. Well, yeah. And I can tell you what it is. You're losing muscle. I mean, I'm one of those people, please understand. I'm one of those people where I do not allow myself to go without food, right? Even when I don't feel like eating, which is right now. I've got my protein shakes, my protein snacks. I've got my go-to stuff that I can eat that doesn't upset my stomach. Like, I have a plan and I execute the plan. But this is just working against me so hard. So hard. And it has not been this hard in all this time. Not on 2.5, not on 5 rotating injection sites, nothing. I used to have nausea on 5, on 2.5, but it would last for maybe 5-10 minutes and go away on its own. Not this. Like, my appetite suppression is so strong that after I drink this is my breakfast this morning. After I drink this, it's going to feel like I drank a brick. And I'm going to feel like garbage for at least an hour and a half. I have never had that before on this medication, on this dose, or the previous dose. So it's like, what is going on? You know, and different sites have different absorption rates and bioavailability, and there's a whole bunch of science behind it. And if you want to go research that, I encourage you to do so because it's very interesting, which is one of the things that prompted me to do this little experiment this month. But I gotta tell you, I start my new box coming this Friday, and I can tell you right now, I will not will not, capital N-O-T, be doing an abdomen injection. Holy guacamole, this has sucked. And looking back, and I'll talk more about this in that video, but right now I'm just on a tangent, so just ride it out with me. Looking back, it has gotten stronger and stronger and stronger every week that I have been on this experiment. First week, fine. I noticed more appetite suppression. Not more. Let me rephrase that, because that's not an accurate description. I noticed longer appetite suppression. So normally on 5, when I do, my normal thigh injection, I have appetite suppression a reasonable amount. I can still eat. I still meet my calorie goals. I'm able to exercise. I have energy. Everything's fine. I have appetite suppression until about 2 days before my injection. And then the hunger cues, right? Normal, healthy hunger cues, I'm not talking about extreme hunger. Normal, healthy hunger cues start coming back 2 days before my shot. Very reasonable, easy to deal with. And then the day before my shot, I find that I'm either very hungry or it'll be the same as 2 days before my shot, right? Like normal hunger cues, right? Everything's good. And that fluctuates from week to week, right? Because if you haven't already watched my video about how every week is not the same on this medication, please go watch that. So it's been very consistent. And I have loved 5. I actually loved 2.5 until the end, and my body started to get used to it, and it was more of a struggle. So I'm not one of those people that has really struggled with getting violently ill or things like that. So I'm very lucky in that regard. But guys, I gotta tell you, I have a whole new understanding for all of those people who post in support groups, and they are just crying for help. And they're saying, I only eat 500 calories a day, or I only eat 800 calories a day. And see, previously, I thought, oh my gosh, that's terrible, right? Because this medication affects everybody differently. But now that I've experienced it, and I understand how difficult it is to power through or just drink a protein shake, even though it's going to make you feel like garbage for an hour and a half later because the suppression is just so strong. I have a whole new level of empathy for those people. And I have taken my own advice and I have powered through. And I will feel like garbage later for drinking this, but I continue to do it because I gotta reach those calorie goals. Because if you don't, and if I don't, this is what happens. Brain fog, limbs feeling heavy, zero energy, unable to exercise. I know that if I continue this for the rest of the week, that my body is going to be eating my muscle. My muscle that I work to maintain. Oh my God, this feels like 1,000,000 pounds, you guys. It's literally 6 pounds. Oh my God, I feel so heavy. I'm really not like overly dramatic when it comes to not feeling well. That's not my shtick. Wow, that was really jarring and eye-opening. Anyway, I have a new level of empathy for people who are struggling. The only thing that I can tell you is, please, for the love of God, try a different injection site. because I am convinced that next week I'm going to be feeling like $1,000,000 because I'm going right back to injecting in my thigh. And everybody is different, right? And this is part of the challenge of giving advice. Everybody is different. So for me, I can't do injections in back of the arm because it makes me feel horrible. I mean, sulfur burps, indigestion, you know, very little appetite suppression. My arm was a little bit sore, not terrible, and it went away quickly, but I don't have that with other injection sites. So yeah, back of the arm, headaches. Oh my gosh, headaches with back of the arm. That was enough right there to make me go, nope, one and done. I tried it, been there, done that, never again. So, and then some people can do, you know, like stomach injections and they're totally fine, but they do it in the thigh and they have, so it just depends on the person. It's trial and error. But this is the first time that I've ever done stomach injections for a month. It sucks. I can't wait for it to be over. And I am almost willing to guarantee you that my weight loss results are going to be great. And I'm still not going to do it again. I mean, I'll do stomach injections. That's not what I'm saying. But I will not do them consecutively in a month. Because this has been rough. This is not what I expected. So, reaching your minimum calories for the day is important. It will 100% make you feel worse if you don't reach them. I have had all sorts of symptoms in the last few weeks that I have not had, not since I started this medication. Headaches, nausea lasting for a long period of time, you know, just zero energy. It's not fun. And I'd 0 out of 10 do not recommend. So my next video is likely going to be where I talk about all the things that I've been eating while struggling to eat, to give you guys some ideas, because I know that there are other people who struggle with this. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so that you can be here for all that shenanery. If you found this video helpful, give me a like. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the link in the description box below to join my support group. It's a positive only group, and I'm so excited to be talking and interacting with all of you there. So if you haven't joined, please do. Really work to meet those calorie goals. If you are coming in under the calorie goal, I feel for you. And stick around for that next video where I talk about what I've been eating, because maybe it'll be helpful for you. Okay, we'll see you in the next video. As always, be kind, rewind.